Hey everybody, Brian here from quantlabs.net. I just want to give you an update. I've been trying to work with a open source trading library. Open source. It does work. It does build. It's for interactive brokers with C#. I've decided to resort to my go-to product. It's a commercial product. It's called TWSLInk. I've got it here. You can actually go through my YouTube channel and see some older demos of it, working with MATLAB and .NET and all that fun stuff. This thing will, they say, connect to anything. Let me give you a little example. So this thing can pretty well talk to anything. I guess it's obviously on Windows. TradeStation, multi-charts, MATLAB, C#, Python, Java. I think there used to be an R connection, but it doesn't look like there's any more of that. Nonetheless, what it is, this thing will allow you to talk to the interactive brokers TWS software, which is this guy right here. Now, this is a current version, I believe, on this side of the screen. I know it's double screen, kind of. Hopefully this recording is working out. Where this is the interactive brokers TWS software. Now, you can download, get a trial for 3 weeks, 21 days. If you do decide to buy it, you know, for what it can do, I think it's worth the money. It'll probably save you a lot of pain. So if you're North American, you're only going to spend about €80, which is about 100 and whatever. One day if you wait till maybe parity if you're in the US. That's pretty cheap, but it's a yearly subscription, so my old subscription's expired. Boohoo. But I'm thinking of it, so I'm just running off of the trial right now. Okay, let me show you some of the demos here. The licensing's kind of wonky. The other things are a little bizarre. I'm not going to get into it. It is straightforward when you do play around with it enough. And basically, I'll let you figure it out. I just want to show you the capabilities of this. The powerful thing about this software is this thing called the BAIT, or I don't know, batch testing tool. So working with a TWS or the Interactive Brokers API can be kind of daunting, be it whatever language. It's really not an easy endeavor. But what you need to realize, once you get a license set up, you got to look for this little icon here. You see this little price process. There's an explanation on the TWSLInk2 site on how that works. But when you do load up this batch testing utility, you can test the connection. Let's see what's in my trading log here. Well, it ain't complaining. Let's leave it at that. So, yeah, it seems to be connected. So what you do is, the thing I like about this particular tool is it will sequence all the interactive brokers events that you need to make something happen. So let's say you want to do okay, so you have all these different scripts here. In this case, I've got one on a limit order. I think it was to Microsoft, bracket Microsoft. Let me see what we got here. I know it's somewhere in here, but you'll find it. I don't want to waste people's time by looking for some. Here it is. So you just load that in, and this is it. So these are the sequences of events that you need to go through to make this particular script happen. You need to register the contract, connect into TWS, place the order, and it's going to do various orders. It's going to do 3 orders here. Now, as you can tell, these are the parameters you need to send the Interactive Brokers API. So this tool kind of pre-fills it for you. And then when you want to connect, you got all these parameters you need to play with. The port ID, the host, client ID, and whatever. And then you have your placing your order type, contract ID, I'll get that in a minute. Order type, which is a market order, size, limit, all that good stuff. And then in this one, what are we doing here? We are doing, I believe, another order. Limit order, I'm going to assume, yeah, no, it's going to sell. So the first one's going to do a buy, the second one's going to do a sell, and the third one is going to do another sell. Okay, so it's a stop order, it looks like. So basically what you can do, just like any simple debugger, you can run the whole script or you can step through it. I'll just step through it. Let me see here. Okay, let me see if this, okay, so I'm stepping through this, and what you will notice here is doing a load. On the first register of the contract, it will give you a returned value. So when I run that, it's going to say, okay, here's the return value, the ID of 50,017. And then the next one will be connect. So you can see there's some activity there of a connection, and what will happen is, I think that's the return, I think it's an ID. And then the next one is, so there's the buy on that order for Microsoft, this one right here, 100. And that's this one, and these are the parameters it sends out. This is the return value right here, 5. You run the 6th one, and it's doing now a sell, which seems to be working, and I think it'll do a stop order right now on the 3rd one. Place an order and unload. So everything executed quite nicely. Let me see, I'm going to clear this batch now, and let me try another one. I saw a SPY here, I don't know, the SPY should work, because remember, I'm running on a demo account here, so I'm very limited on the assets that I can work with, or the securities. I don't think this will work, that will bomb. An order bracket of SPY, let's do that, 10 days back historical data. So let me load that. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. Okay, continuing where we left off, due to the TWS decided to reboot at midnight, which is a common pain in the ass. Anyways, we got everything running again. We are got the TWSLINK batch testing tool, and things are working. I've loaded up another script. This one just does the basic register and close the contract. So I'll show you that. I think we have a pending, which is, let me just see. Okay, so this is, I think this is our trading log, this window here. Anyways, let me just run this for you. So it's going to connect, it's going to register the contract, and it's going to close the contract. No problem. You can see we're getting returned values here. Here's the return values again on the port. And then I think we are at 5017, and then close out the contract. Okay, so let me load up another contract, which I was originally going to do was a SPY. Now remember, I'm running a demo system here, so do realize you always have certain limitations on what kind of securities you have access to. I've shown that in another video, recent video 2. I'm just looking for my SPY. Oh, here we are. 1 day trade. Okay, let me load that up. So what are we doing here? Okay, so we're registering a new contract. Okay, there's a SPY. It's a stock type, USD on the ARCA exchange. This does a connect. Requests a history from now to whenever that time period is, and the bar size is 60 and whatever. Okay, so let's give this a whirl. So here we are, last executed, and here's a return value of 5014. So it's registered with the TWS. Let's see if it's in the portfolio. No, I don't think so. Nope. And it's going to connect. Okay, now we're going to request some market data. We did get some market data, it looks like, because we do have a return code of 2. And the cool thing is, if you are needing information on the documentation here, there's 2 places you can go. See here we have our in, which are these parameters here, and we have a return value of 2, which means anything over 0 is okay right here. So we've got a return value of 2, and we'll do one more call, and I think we're done. Let me just try one more. Let's see, let's do historical data on Apple. I think I created this one. So we're going to load in, we're going to connect as usual, register our contract, which looks like it will be with Apple, stock, USD, smart routing, market data, midpoint, start date 3 weeks, bar size 1 day, blah blah blah. Let's see what happens here. Okay. Okay, we get a return code. So if you need to, again, know the documentation to connect it to TWS. So we're all good there. We connect 5014. As I said, you can register the contract. Return anything over 5. Anything over 0 is okay. And let's run the last command. Okay, so we got market data. Return code of, it doesn't look like it returns a return. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I don't know. Okay, so anything 0, or I guess it's not returning any of these values in -1 or -3. We're okay. All right, so that's a good demo of TWSLInk. Just so people know, this is probably the easiest way I know to work with the wrapper, or like an equivalent wrapper around the TWS API or Interactive Brokers API, the easiest way for $100, save yourself a lot of time. The other cool part about it is you have the ability to basically, if there's any updates or any problems, you have like equivalent of a support team from this company, Trade Commander. So that's another big advantage, and I don't know. This is what I plan to do. Just so people know, I do have code in my memberships, both my premium and my elite, that will demo not just this utility, but also code that actually works to connect into the TWS that I can now put into my, hopefully my Infragistics equity trader and financial dashboard. All those demos that I've been wanting to do, but with the other project I showed earlier today called IB C# or something like that from GitHub. It's a good project. The code just didn't work for me. This will work much easier for me. But I just wanted to show this to you, what I'm using, and it's pretty powerful. I'm not sure if it's still bug-ridden. I think it is somewhat. But there are workarounds for it. Still, for $100, I think it's still a good deal. Some may think otherwise, but this is how I'm doing it. So hopefully, this is something you can learn from. Talk to you.